Hey, what's up, Flaunt Fam? It's your girl ƒαcye back again, this time with a get ready with me video on this green eyeshadow look and the pony I added for extra volume. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hope you enjoy. I started off with priming my face with Milk Makeup's Hydro Grip Primer, and then I put that all over my face. Followed up with Dermablend's Loose Setting Powder and Warm Saffron to prep my brows before filling them in with ABH's Best Brow Kit in dark brown. Next up, with a flat concealer brush, I'm going to use one of my favorite concealers, which is LA Girl Pro Concealers. Underneath my brows, I'm going to go with the shade Fawn, and then I'm going to bring that down onto my lids to use as a eyeshadow primer. This time around, because I don't want the top of my brows to be as bright as under my brows, I'm going in with the shade Beautiful Bronze, which is closer to my skin complexion. And once I'm done applying the concealer, I'm going to blend it out with the Morphe M173 brush. Now on to the eyes. Using my Sigma E45 brush, I'm placing the first green shade called Moody from the ILUVSARAHII and ColourPop Through My Eyes palette onto my crease. And I chose to do a green eyeshadow look to match my emerald green dress I wore to the wedding I attended. Be sure to check out my Instagram page linked below for pics of my dress. There's not many, as this was my first wedding post-pandemic and the open bar had me in a chokehold, but definitely check it out. Using my Morphe M433 brush, the next green shade called Squad from the colored Raine Vivid Pigment palette is what I'm tapping into the outer corners of my eyes. Here I use my Morphe M514 brush to apply the shade Played Out from the Shayla and ColourPop Perception palette as a transition shade above the green shades. And we're blending that in. Next, using one of the Grwm or Grwm, however you pronounce it. It's a brush that I got from Amazon. Using one of the blending brushes, I'm applying this orange shade Revenge from that same palette to blend out that transition up towards my eyebrows. Lastly, using my Morphe M167 brush, I applied the lighter green shade Level Up from the same Vivid Pigment palette earlier onto my lid. Here I went in with a clean blending brush, Morphe M503, to blend out the green eyeshadows a little bit more so it doesn't look so harsh. And before applying my lashes with tweezers, I'm using Too Faced Better Than Sex waterproof mascara on my natural lashes. Here, I'm pinching my lashes together with the strip lashes to get them as close to my lash line as possible, basically leaving no gaps in between. Look at how this look is coming together. And here I'm using this e.l.f. primer to minimize my smile lines and the lines underneath my eyes as well. As one of my faves for long wear, for foundation I'm using Too Faced Born This Way in the shade Chai. Like I said, we're going for long wear, so here I actually sprayed my foundation brush with Max Fix Plus setting spray so I can make sure that where I'm patting in the foundation, it actually stays there and doesn't move for the day. Now on to highlighting and contouring. I highlighted the high points of my face, basically the areas that I want to stand out, with Tarte's Shape Tape concealers. The first shade for the first round, I'm using Deep Sand. I then placed Fenty's Matchstick in Espresso in the areas that I want to contour, basically where I want to bring dimension to my face. And now I'm tapping in the concealer I placed using my Real Techniques 402 brush. While the concealer is setting, I'm blending in the contour around my face with the angled side of this dual brush I got from the lip bar. Smaller blending brush here to blend out that nose contour as well. Here I'm applying Tan Sand for the second round of concealer to add brightness to the inner corner and under my eyes. And here I'm using a damp beauty blender to apply the Dermablend setting powder from earlier to bake for about 1 to 2 minutes. I don't normally bake for longer than that because it tends to look cracked or patchy, but that's just me. While baking, I set my contour by using the Black Radiance medium to dark contour palette. And then I applied that using the same end of the dual brush from the lip bar. Once I'm done with that, using the opposite end of that same brush, I dust off the excess powder from baking. And here I'm just setting my nose contour as well. Sometimes I get a little heavy-handed with the nose contour, so here I'm just using a larger blending brush just to buff that out a little bit more. For blush, I use the same orange eyeshadow from earlier on my cheeks. And we definitely need that glow for this wedding, so here I'm using the Shayla and ColourPop's Boomin highlighter down the bridge of my nose, my cheeks, and then also on my Cupid's bow. And using a smudge brush here, I applied the second green shade from my eyelid onto my lower lid. And then using a small angled brush, I applied e.l.f.'s black cream liner onto my waterline. And lastly, on the lips, one of my favorite lipsticks, I'm using ColourPop's Limbo to complete the look. This lipstick, I honestly keep them in twos. I buy them all the time. I love it. And then we set the entire face using Max Fix Plus spray. For my hair, I was pressed for time, so I already put in a ponytail and laid down my edges. And then you'll see that I use a contour brush with the remaining contour powder on it on my forehead towards my hairline for a more seamless look, basically to make sure I don't have a line across my forehead. And then I'm adding this kinky curly ponytail that I bought from Amazon for volume because of all the rain and humidity in Chicago on this day. I knew my hair wouldn't last if I decided to blow it out. So I'll save my arm strength for better weather conditions, okay? And we're done. I had to hurry and get dressed to head out because I was already on CP time. Definitely wasn't trying to make it Haitian time. See you next video.